Alright, and good evening everybody. It should be the Queb edition, should it? Alright. How are we all diddly doing? Hope you're all safe and well. Is my webcam froze? That looks to me like the webcam's froze. The webcam's froze. Oh yes it is. I think it's just froze, isn't it? That's weird. I don't know why the webcam would freeze. How bizarre. Let's try adding it again. It could of course be the dodgy EB webcam that I'm using. No, it just doesn't like it, does it? It's all... I don't know why it doesn't like it, but it's a bit Arthur Daly. Alright, well, look, we can do it without said webcam. Oh, has it stopped working? No, it's working. You just don't like the webcam. I'll have to change the webcam for the next one. So, for this starter episode, you'll have to get used to seeing the stream without my boat race on it. Sorry about that all. Lovely to see you. Maybe unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah, possibly. Hey up Bexy, hey up Lamer, hey up Robbie, hey up Ray, how you doing? Lovely to see you. I didn't expect anybody to join, to be honest, but you lot keep shocking me. So, this will be my weekly chat series called Help Me, Help You. So, I've decided, as this is my brand new YouTube that's 100% free of charge, the only thing you can do is subscribe. You can't do donations, you can't do paid subscriptions or anything else. It's 100% free forever. So, you can all fill your boots. Now, you'll have to bear with me. Congratulations, Ray. I will catch up, but as this is a brand new channel, you'll have to bear with me. I'll try and catch people as if and when they actually come in. So yeah, the idea behind this series is help me, help you. So the idea is I give you the benefit of my years and years and years worth of experience on all things PC. Not just Linux, but also PC. I don't know. Oh, video capture device. Let me remove it. I thought I had removed it. There we go. That should be a bit smoother now. So I hope you're all safe and well. Was wondering why the channel wasn't showing up on your feed. No idea, Ray, but it is a brand new channel which I've only really just started doing content on. So maybe it will need a while to populate itself around the YouTube, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've got on the playlists, I've got 3 gaming playlists. I've got using PCLinuxOS, and I've got Help Me, Help You live. So hopefully that should be more than enough content for everybody. And it's not just, you know, I'm using PCLinuxOS, so should you, and all that malarkey. It's nothing to do with that. It's just me chilling out with you lot, chatting and helping you wherever I possibly can. I guess, yes, I am back up to my old tricks, aren't I? Let me try a different USB port for that camera. It may well be, actually, thinking about it, that the AMD Ryzen chip doesn't like it. Could well be. We'll try again. I'll try and add it again. Let me just enable preview. Add video capture device. There we go, that's what it should be. It's on motion JPEG, which it shouldn't be. I'm sure it shouldn't be that, but I'll leave it on the default. You don't really want a full huge picture of Spedmo here. I think that's big enough. Lock it down. Right. And we'll leave it like that and see if it works for the rest of the stream or whether it packs up. Oh, it's nice to see you, Johnny. Nice to see all of you. I hope you're all safe and well. So, as you know, I'm on PCLinuxOS for life as my Linux distribution choice. I've been on it now solid for about 4 months. With absolutely no issues whatsoever. The whole point of me doing this project is budget. So I'm using an AMD Ryzen 3 chip with an inbuilt Radeon Vega 8 graphics chip on the motherboard. And I'm delighted to say it's an absolute breeze for it to eat and do everything I'm throwing at it. Scary picture, yeah, I know, Johnny. I know. Terribly scary picture. Now, of course, this is my system for me as such. Massive shout out and thanks to Ali, who actually created the ISO for me. He is working on a blank ISO that hopefully I'll have a shortcut copy link to on the YouTube, and I'll do a video on it when it's available, just in case any of you want to try it. It's basically PCLinuxOS 2023. It's back in KDE Plasma on an all AMD PC that I've knocked up and thrown together. Very budget, very cheap, and absolutely freaking awesome. Perfect. No issues, not one. Not a single issue. Welcome back, Cody. Nice to see you. So it's going to take a while for me to get these shows going, obviously. And obviously, regular, well-informed Linux people, you might find the shows a bit boring, because I'm really after all the people out there who don't know where to go for a bit of help, and you know, drag a bit of experience out of an old badger such as me. So tonight's live stream will be just an introduction. So let me give you an overview of the PCLinuxOS. So it's the basic core operating system, PCLinuxOS 2023. Sorry, this is my own wallpaper that I've done. Excuse me. And then basically absolutely every single app that's installed is a Flatpak. So if you go to FlatHub, and the ISO out the back box will have FlatHub pre-installed and configured, so you'll be able to go straight to FlatHub. Probably not a good idea while I'm streaming, is it really? But anyway, hey up Craig, hey up Michael. There we go. You've been rocking the new Kubuntu 2304. Good for you, Cody. I hope you're enjoying it. So this is not going to be a show where I ram PCLinuxOS down everybody's throat and up everybody's backside. Far from it. This is not going to load, is it? Because I'm streaming, I'm guessing. I'll give it another couple of seconds. The idea with this weekly show, which is going to be on... We are on Monday today, aren't we? On a Monday at 5 PM, the same time every week, is to try and get you lot to help me help you for 100% free. As I say, the only thing you can do on this channel is subscribe for free. There's no money involved at all, ever. So it's all free self-help support, and I'm going to try and help you guys and girls as much as I possibly can. New people are very, very welcome, and I'll give you my honest, no bullshit benefit of my experience of all the years that I've distro hopped and OS hopped and app hopped, and just try and give you the most down-to-earth, honest, straight answer to any questions you might all want to ask, to try and help you get a better computing experience. Microsoft PC support. Nice. Well, it's lovely to see Craig and Michael. I hope you're both safe and well. I'm still on the Discord every day if any of you want to pop on and say hi. Some days it's busy, some days it's absolutely dead. It's deader than me from the neck down. But hey, that's what it is. Let me just try and get hold of FlatHub again. I think it's obviously because I'm streaming. So why has PCLinuxOS been such a revelation for me after years of groping round with everything from Debian through to Ubuntu, through to Arch, Gentoo, Linux from scratch, Slackware, Unix, Windows, you name it, I've done it. Why is this been such a revelation for me? Well, let me try and answer that, because this is the first time ever I've had an operating system that does exactly what I, as a user, wants it to do. I.e., I want it to stay out the way and just work day in, day out. I want it to be simple, easy, fast, and the stuff I put on just work. There's an added advantage because all the apps are Flathub apps. Excuse me. They're, of course, totally isolated from the operating system, which is just a free extra layer of security. Guessing it's going to... Oh, it has loaded on here. Okay, so maybe it's an issue with Chrome then. Now, I had a very, very interesting comment posted on one of my videos. And again, the video content should become a little bit more aggressive as I start and develop this channel. So an old pet replacement? Maybe. Maybe. But certainly my OS for life on this, especially in today's modern times when it's so difficult and money is so hard and things are getting worse day by day, cost of living, you know, fuel, prices of gas and electricity just going through the roof without, it seems, any end. You know, every little starts to seriously help. So as you can see, Flathub, I had a great question posed. Well, yeah, but isn't Flathub just bloatware? Well, it's a very difficult balance to get right. Yes, if you download a Flatpak package, it's going to be a lot bigger than just the software app itself from a repo, because the Flathub package contains all the bits and pieces that you need to run that app independently in its own space. Where if you just bring the actual app down out of a software repo, then of course it uses all the other packages off the operating system. So the benefits of doing it that way is very, very small app size, very quick installation. However, if you go to the other side of the coin with a Flatpak, yes, it's bigger. Yes, it's got an awful lot more packages and dependencies in it. However, advantages, it runs completely independent of the operating system. So there's no way this version of Firefox can mess about or interfere with my OS, which is, for me, fantastic. Now, there are arguments, well, it doesn't run nowhere near as quick, does it? So let's open a native app, something like this here, as you can see. Yeah, well, you can see how quick that runs. Let's now open up Firefox, and that's a Flatpak. I don't know actually if I can do help about, or whether it would just say Firefox. There you go, Mozilla Firefox Flatpak. Hopefully you lot can all see the speed with which it's working on your screen. Now this is on a very, very cheap low-end budget PC, right? And this is the sort of speed that I am now taking for granted. This is right up there with Gentoo, I'm telling you. This is so fast. It's Arch, forget Arch. It left Arch at the install stage. Let's open GIMP. Bang. I mean, this is on a really budget PC. Now, it doesn't say here anything about Flatpak on the GIMP, but I assure you 100% GIMP is a Flatpak. What else can we open? I don't think I bought a lot else down, actually. Zoom, I don't really want to... Oh, is Microsoft Edge a Flatpak? Let's have a look. I mean, even this opens up like muck off a stick. Settings, help and feedback. Here we go. About Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge, it doesn't say that this is a Flatpak either, which surprises me. It should do. But I do assure you, all the apps, well, most of them are Flatpaks. Google Chrome isn't, and VirtualBox isn't, because Ali installed those for me out the box on the custom ISO. So these two apps here are not Flatpaks. These are, if you like, native apps. So Google Chrome and VirtualBox are native, whereas the other apps are all Flatpaks. But as you can see, I mean, even though it's native, it doesn't run that much quicker, if at all quicker, compared to a Flatpak. There's a little slight delay with a Flatpak, but once it's up, it's very, very quick indeed, lightning fast. Hope you like the new YouTube. Hope you'll find it fun, useful and informative over the coming weeks, months and years. I'm sorry about the previous channel. Was ashamed to let it go, but I had no choice because I just totally disagreed with the terms of services. Hey up Steve, how you diddly doing? Welcome buddy, hope you're safe and well. Nice to see you. As I say, I will try and catch up with everybody, so do bear with me. Hope I've not missed. If I've missed anybody out with the moderator, please let me know. Thank you, Bexy. Very kind of you. So yeah, for me, it's absolutely perfect. Why is it perfect? Because the operating system stays out of the way. I don't particularly care that it's PCLinuxOS. I don't particularly care that it's KDE Plasma. I'm not really interested in all the nice stuff that KDE Plasma can do. I'm really not interested. I'm interested in being able to do the stuff that I want to get done on the operating system, while quite frankly the operating system gets lost, if you know what I mean. PC Linux over the last 4 months has been so fast, so reliable, so stable. It's been an absolute delight and a joy to use. I can't sing its praises highly enough. Is it for everybody? No, absolutely not. What is this specific OS aimed at? It's aimed at your average Windows user who just wants an operating system on the computer, and that's it. They don't have to bother with it. They want to play the games, they want to go on Discord, they want to email, they want to internet. As a media PC, absolutely stunning. You log in, you kick it up, let's click on into Netflix, bang, there you go, woof, you're up, you're good to go. I mean, the speed with which this super cheap budget, and also, what do I mean by super cheap budget PC? Well, let's go to eBay. So if you wanted to recreate this PC right now, you could actually buy one off of eBay if you were in the UK for 150 quid. There you go. So that's a AMD Ryzen 3200G PC with 512GB SSD. Okay, 8 gigs of RAM. Mine's got 16 gigs of RAM, but you could add another 8 gig to it for very little. And that's going to cost you £150. Okay, you could then put yourself a copy of PCLinuxOS on it, which as soon as Ali's done the link to the new ISO, I'll put that up on the YouTube and also do a video on it just in case anybody does want to try it. And I'm not recommending anybody try it. It's your choice. You do what you lot want. And what have you then got? Well, you've got a really super capable media PC, internet PC, and would you believe, gaming PC. Hey up Dave, nice to see you my friend. Hope you're safe and well. Lovely to see you. Hope Mrs. Dave is safe and well. Love it, Craig. Oh, I've missed you, Craig. Hope you're safe and well. Okay, but we can also do... Now, I don't know how this is going to work because I'm streaming the whole PC, so this might utterly chuff and guff up. But we've got a selection of different genre of games installed. Now, bear in mind that Steam itself is a Flatpak app. So all these again are completely independent and separate from the operating system, which I think is fantastic. And for 150 to 200 British pounds, so what, say 200 to $230, you can get yourself a rig like this and you're in. You're absolutely in. You've got super low TDP, which means in English, what that means is it will cost you diddly squat to leave this PC switched on all day and all night. Absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, my beautiful grid, absolutely fantastic. So, and this is all on an AMD Ryzen 3 3200G with a Radeon Vega 8, I think it is, graphics chip. So of course, if you've got one of the newer G generation chips with the newer Radeon Vega graphics, you'll get even better performance than what I'm getting. So that's our beautiful Grid Autosport, which I love. The next one that I installed was Farm Simulator 15. So let's let this load up and see how we go with this. Hey up Vince, how you diddly doing? Nice to see you. So of course these are all going to be the games that I'll run my video series on. This is a little tiny bit glitchy sometimes in between screens, but nothing that's a game changer, nothing that's a showstopper. This is also packing my own full custom texture packs, which are readily available, by the way, on the Discord, should anybody else want to download them. But as you can see, this is not bad, you know, for 150 quid. Now, the other big beauty of this little project PC, if you want to call it that, is we've not had a single outlay on an external graphics card. Now this is what I also love. If at the end of the day the Ryzen 3 3200G dies, we can buy another brand new Ryzen 3 3200G for around 20 to 30 quid. Good luck getting any sort of graphics card for that money. Hey up Dobby, how you diddly doing? Lovely to see you, man. Hope you're safe and well. Just bear with me again while I catch up. Hey up Don. Lovely to see you, my duck. Hope you're safe and well. Hope I'm not missing anybody here. Because I'll be a bit miffed if I am. So this is why I'm so excited and stoked. And some of you will know what a long journey this has been for me over a long time. I'm absolutely delighted and stoked with the results, because for very little money. Now look, if you've got, you know, really long arms and short pockets and you got a wallet that's stacked full of greenbacks, this is of no interest to you whatsoever. However, if like most ordinary, if you want to use that term, people, you're a bit strapped for cash but you still love to do some gaming, blah 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 blah, this really could be an ideal option for those people. Okay, and last but not least, we've of course got our Guild Wars 2. So that's just a simple cross-section selection, albeit older games. Yep, absolutely. But if you did want to run a setup like this and play the latest AAA titles, you could always use the NVIDIA app. And that's same sort of thing. But I wanted to run stuff native locally on a very insy tiny budget to see if it's possible. And not only is it more than possible, it's an absolute delight. Now this is all, you're witnessing this all as it's running. I can't believe it's streaming it, let alone running it and streaming it. It's an absolute joy. So there you go. As you can see, that's 3 different genres of games all running like an absolute beast. Let's go and sort this plains worm out. All running on an inbuilt graphics chip. absolute value for money or what. And it's running amazing. Not only is it running amazing, not only are we playing this with ease and it's beautiful, we're bloody streaming it as well. Or we could be recording a video of it. Just blows me away. It really does. You know, and once everything's right, once you've got the right operating system, you know, the right components in there, it's an absolute breeze. Now, I am also thinking of building a brand new second version of this PC with a budget of 200 quid. And I think that will be stacks, and that's for absolutely everything: the motherboard, the chip, the RAM, an SSD, a case, a power supply. I reckon you can do it sub 200 quid, and that's all using brand new components. So yeah, this is why I've absolutely been blown away by this whole experience, because I never thought in my wildest dreams that this would really be genuinely possible. There you go. So not only have we binned Windows altogether, that's gone. We've got a really nice, super fast, stable forget-me base of a computer operating system that just does exactly what Windows does, but without all the drama and malarkey of Microsoft Windows. And, you know, to be honest, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So it is doable in 2023. If that's your thing, if that's what's going to float your boat, you can fill your boots. You really, really can. Thank you very much, Bexy. You're playing Division 2, Dobby. Awesome. Can't you achieve that on any distro? Try it, Steve. Try it yourself. Thank you, Don. Try it yourself, Steve. Try your Debian, your Ubuntu, your Arch, your Gentoo, your LFS, your Slackware. The main difference between PCLinuxOS and all those other distro bases and all the other distros out there is nobody's interested in it. Windows 11 box you see behind. No, it's not. I've got no Windows 11 boxes in here, would you believe? All PCLinuxOS. The difference is, Steve, and that's a great question, is that PCLinuxOS, you've got two things to do once a week. Right? So you open the terminal window, log in as your super user, put your password in, just do an apt update. Remember, once a week to do this is stacks. Right, and then you can do an apt upgrade, see if there's anything to update. Nothing. Bang, up to date. If there are updates, then obviously they'll come down. The beauty of this is you're only updating really the operating system and the core components, which keeps all the updates really, really tiny. The other thing you can run is Flatpak update. Okay, so we've now got two updates. I may as well install them while we're live. They're only small, I think. 320 meg. It's nothing really. Or 340 meg. We'll let them come down. The beauty of this is all your apps are completely separate from your OS. Your OS is super fast, never slows down. And this is all you've got to do. You've not got to worry about software centers. You've not got to worry about reinstalling it, because PCLinuxOS is a rolling distribution. So you install it once and forget about it. You're done. You've not got to worry about software repos. You've not got to worry about package compatibility, because the idea behind this OS is you install it, you're done. There's nothing more to do. Now, if you're a sysadmin, a system mechanic, a Linux tinkerer, for God's sake, don't go anywhere near this, because that's not what this is for. This is for people who want, and I hate to use this term, a replacement for Windows that allows them to do the things that they do on Windows, but with all the advantages of Linux. So it's faster, it's compartment I can't think of it. Containerized, it's faster, it's a little bit more secure than Windows. You don't have to worry about suffering dodgy websites and getting infected. The thing never ever, in 4 months, this is just as fast as the day I installed it. I can't sing its praises highly enough. And if that wasn't enough, you can do it all on a super tiny low budget. You really can. It's that radically simple, and that's why I love the title of it. PCLinuxOS radically simple. It's not some cheap, clever, smart jive-arse marketing statement. It's just a statement of facts. PCLinuxOS is radically simple. Install it. Forget about it. It's nothing. We're not interested in the OS. We're interested in doing the stuff that we love and we want to do. That's what it's about. EB, this has to be one of the best running distro yet for gaming. Just saying, yeah, absolutely, Dave. Providing, of course, that the games you want to run, the hardware is powerful enough to run them. Now, all the games that I'm running are older games from 2014, 2012, etc. So this chip combination is more than capable of delivering the results I want on the PC locally. It's fantastic. Now, again, I'm only using a SATA SSD. And I think this is an A series gigabyte motherboard. If you buy a B series, well, you can slap an NVMe SSD on there for even faster performance. I tell you, it's just so good. I'm not bullshitting you. I mean, for me, it's almost a shame that it's a Linux distro, because I don't really care it's Linux. I'm not really interested. I wanted a Windows replacement. I've got something that's super lightweight. It's not dragged down by all the processes and background applications that Windows 10 and 11 comes with out the box. It's not full of bloatware that, again, Windows 10 and 11. And it really does unleash the hardware that you've got in your PC to do what you want to do, which is your games, which is your streaming, which is your internet, which is watching Netflix, doing whatever you want, going on the Discord. You know, it's just, I'm so stoked for it. It's that good. And I've held off and held off and held off and done nothing and done nothing and done nothing and tested and tested and tested. And I'm now 4 months in. This has now been on this PC solid for 4 months. Not a single glitch, hitch, nor anything else. Nothing. You don't get better than that. I'm just saying. And I did a video a while back which was a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it was something like more stable than Debian, faster than Gen 2, more up-to-date than art. You know, it was a bit of a piss take, really. But, not that I'm a piss taker, but just saying. But that's the experience that PCLinuxOS gives you on an all AMD machine. Now, don't ask me about Intel. Don't ask me about NVIDIA, because I'm not running them with this hardware. I'm specifically running this on a budget PC using an AMD Ryzen 3. If you've got any other hardware, this might be an absolute crock of shit. I doubt it, but it may well be. So do bear that in mind. Also, remember, I'm not recommending any of you try this or use it. You use what works for you. I can get lost and go do one. I'm just trying to convey to you my excitement at what I genuinely believe, which have trolled YouTube, by the way, and not one other YouTuber has picked up on this, famous or unheard of. I genuinely believe that this PCLinuxOS is a genuine Windows replacement for people who just want to enjoy doing what they do on a computer. For people who don't give a shite that it's Linux, don't give a shiny one. Nothing to do with PCLinuxOS. It's just a really beautiful, fast, stable base to do the stuff you want to do. It really is. Anyway, enough about me banging on. Title of the show, Help Me, Help You Live. How can I help you, my lovelies? Are you using other distros or are they all... No, they're all PCLinuxOS. this specific distro that Ali custom built for me, this specific ISO. Now, I have asked Ali, and he is at the minute compiling a new ISO, which will have just the base PC Linux OS on it, plus Flatpaks pre-configured and installed out the box, so you can bring your app straight down. The reason I'm not letting this one out into the wild is because I specifically asked Ali to include Google Chrome and VirtualBox. Well, you know, people like to do their own thing. So I think this operating system, just plain, ready to go, all you've got to do is install it, run your updates, go to FlatHub, bring your FlatHubs down, you're done. You're absolutely done. There's nothing more for you to do. Plus the fact that this is running KDE Plasma. That's not everybody's cup of tea. Some prefer XFCE or, you know, Budgie or whatever. I'm not particular a KDE fan. I like Plasma, but I'm not a big, you know, I'm an XFCE nut. I've always loved my XFCE. The reason I'm happy with this is I don't care about KDE. I don't care about PCLinuxOS. It means nothing. Not interested. What I'm interested in is firing my games up, firing my Discord up, firing my streaming software up, and it just works. Day in, day out, on an absolute tin pot, cheap piece of shit PC. And to me, that's mind-numbing. Now, if somebody comes on here and says, look, I'm running an all AMD Ryzen PC, blah, 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 blah. I'm currently running Windows 10, don't want to upgrade to Windows 11. Do you have a possible solution? Well, yes, PCLinuxOS could be that solution depending on what they want to do on their PC. Because like I've tried to say, it's nothing to do with the operating system. The operating system is just a platform from which to launch and enjoy the stuff you want to do. If somebody comes on here and says, you know, I've got an Nvidia this, I've got an Intel Arc that, I've got an ARM this, blah, 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 blah. Can you have a solution in a minute? No, I can't. Because I've only ran this on an all AMD machine. And I like to speak purely from the benefit of my personal experience. If something's a piece of shit, I'll tell you. If something's amazing, I'll tell you. But again, everybody's mileage may vary. However, we won't know until we get the custom ISO that Ali's going to build for me. As soon as he's done it, as I say, I'll do a video, I'll put shortcut links up on the YouTube. Anybody else that wants to go and try it, feel free. But A, you do so at your own risk. And B, your expectations may be completely different to mine. Hence, your impressionable results might be completely, you know, I mean, I'm really super impressed with PCLinuxOS. You might be hugely disappointed. So I can't, you know, it's a bit like you saying to me, Steve, what car should I buy? Well, how the hell can I answer that? Really? Well, I've got no chance of answering that. So, you know, for people who do want to try, I would heartily recommend if you're going to try it, you try it on bare metal. Don't do it in a VirtualBox because it won't give you a real world representation of what it's going to be like in the real world. And you also need to do a little bit of research. If you're going to run it on a budget end PC like I'm running it on, then don't expect the latest AAA games to run at 120 frames a second in 1440p. Never going to happen. You know, if you want to do full 1080p 60 frame a second gaming, use the Nvidia app, GeForce Now. You can't go wrong. Absolutely can't go wrong. If that's not a solution for you, well, then it's dead easy. You need to get your wallet out and spend some fucking money and buy yourself an external graphics card. It's that simple. Right, let me just go back to the chat. Dave, this is one of the best running distro yet. If you go, yeah, absolutely, Dave. It's fantastic. Using app dist upgrade will upgrade everything. Yes, it will indeed, Michael. Thank you. Might stick it on one of the spare desktops, but XFCE. Well, again, the other thing is, this is a custom built ISO by Ali for me. This is not the standard PCLinuxOS that you can download off the PCLinuxOS website. So please do take note of that and factor that in. I'm just saying. Please don't run off to the PC Linux side, download the XFCE version, have a terrible experience. Well, that's a load of crap. Because that's not what I am using. And you lot have got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You need to shut what you got 1 of and open what you've got 2 of. Because that's what counts. Listen to what I'm telling you, because it's important. Afraid it's an old Ubuntu, mate, so needs replacing anyway. Great, Ray. Seems to be squeezing really good performance out of the modest hardware. Absolutely, Vince. It's you know, you can't really ask. Well, you can ask for more, I suppose. But let's get H-top up and let's compare it side by side. So there's your H-top running. I can't find it. Why can't I find it? Because you're a queb. Because you're a chabbler. You see, this is what I mean by I don't care about the operating. It's not about the operating system. I just don't give a fudge. It never has been. Okay, so I can't adjust that, can I? I don't think. I don't think I can make that any smaller than what. No, not really. All right. Well, so let's put that on there and drag that down to there for you all. And then let's pull this one on top. There you go, because we don't really need to see that bit. So that's the specs of the PC on your screen. So you can tell it's, you know, at best it's 150 quid's worth of PC. At worst it's £200 worth of PC. So you've got a quad-core AMD Ryzen 3200G with Radeon Vega graphics, 16 gig of RAM, Radeon Vega 8 graphics, so you can tell it's quite an old generation Ryzen 3 I'm using. If you use a Ryzen 5 or a 7, it's going to mess all over this every day of the week. And this one's actually got a MicroStar motherboard. Simple as that. But again, if you want to use a Gigabyte or an Asus motherboard, a B series, then you can stick yourself an NVMe SSD, you know, the little strip of RAM on the motherboard, and it's going to be a hell of a lot faster because this is just using external SATA SSDs, and you can see the speed with which this is running. This is why I'm so stoked and so excited. And I've not had this on the PC for a couple of days or a couple of hours or a week. 4 months, people. 4 months. And it's captivated me. Can't ask for more. Seems to be squeezing really good performance out of modest hardware. Absolutely, Vince. I'll give it a shot on my spare SSD and see what happens. Good luck, Steve. I hope it works out for you. Did you guys see the future build of Windows 11 with ads in the start menu? Yeah, he's do you know what, Steve? It's just going to get worse and worse and worse with Windows. They're going to take more data, more key logging. They're going to bombard you with targeted ads. And they're going to take all this data off you, make a fortune off you. And do you know how much they're going to give you? 3/5 of fuck all. And as if that weren't bad enough, you don't even own the OS. You only own a license to run the OS. Taking the piss or what? PCLinuxOS, it's 100% yours from the get-go. Do what the fuck you like with it. Fantastic. Hey up CFW, lovely to see you, my duck. Hope you're safe and well. Thank you for joining. It's lovely to see everybody. As I say, I know it's going to take me a while to get these shows going, but once they do, hopefully we can get people in that we can give them the confidence to come in and ask questions and actively seek help. Now, I'm a little bit naughty, really, because I know and am very comfortable that I've got one of the best bunch of people on the planet in these streams. Not only that, they're knowledgeable. They know their shit. So between all of us, we should be able to help people who want to get off Windows onto a genuine possible replacement option. And I reckon, in terms of an AMD cheap budget PC, we have the solution. I can't say any broader than that. I may well buy other PCs in the future and try it and set it up, because that's the only way you're really going to know, isn't it? From a mini PC to, I don't know, a £2.5 grand gaming rig. But I just think in times when money is so tight and hard, especially for families, a PC like this, where mum and dad doesn't have to worry about the kids going on it because they can't wreck it, they can't damage out. You know, they can go and download wallpapers and the computer's not going to get infected up to the nines. Everything's protected. They ain't got to worry about antivirus or a gazillion background processes running like on Windows or a load of targeted ads. You know, I think all these little areas are starting to add up and starting to encourage ordinary users to look for a solution. Now, I think even if you show ordinary users something like a Ubuntu Linux, they'd run a fucking mile or just reach for the Windows USB thumb drive and reinstall Windows. It's too much. Something like this that looks similar, works similar to Windows, that's easy and stays out the way, that never slows down, that's a little bit more secure, it's not full of keyloggers or fucking, you know, data lifting and all the rest of it. I think it might just be a nice little sweet option for an awful lot of ordinary users that don't give a shit about Linux, which I get. But that's just my 10 penneth on it. Might want to move the H-top to the right a bit. Someone's head is in the way. Oh, right. I'm so sorry, Vince. Is it ruining your enjoyment there? Hang on. All right. There you go. Is that better for you? I guess not. Let me just move it down a bit and then you can see the display properly, because you don't need to see all the processes, do you? Where can you get the EBH top? Mine's no. Really, Craig? Really, you chub? Oh my God. Just help Steve help himself. Thank you, Vince, but I'd much rather, and if you want me to be honest, I get more on helping other people. I've got years of it, as you all know, and I don't take prisoners anymore. I'm done with all the bullshit and all the, you know, let's hype something up just for it to blow up in your face. I'm done. One OS for life. I've got my games. I'm happy. I'm done. What more is there? Nothing. Why complicate it? Yes, you do, Bexy. Hey up, Heather. Lovely to see you, sweetheart. Hope you're safe and well. How's Mum, Heather? Hope she's good. Absolute pleasure, Vince. Always. I love helping other people far more than I love helping myself. That's a fact. But I just felt really compelled to share this all with you in a live stream so you can see it for yourself in reality. You can experience it almost as I'm experiencing it. You can enjoy the speed of it. You can enjoy the low cost of it. And as I say, if you wanted to knock this up for children, for the wife, for your parents, for people who don't give a shit about Linux but want a Windows type experience where stuff just works, and also to your benefit, they're not on the phone every 5 fucking minutes and I've got a virus. Well, you ain't got to worry about that, have you? Oh, I've been drive-by fished. Yeah. Oh, you ain't got to worry about that on the PCLinuxOS, have you? Just saying. You're in a great spot. Good for you, Lamer. Let us know how you get on with your gorgeous Kubuntu. I hope it works out awesome for you, dude. Virus, what's that? Well, if you go back to Windows, Cody, you might just get introduced to this little thing called a drive-by phishing attack or a virus or a bit of malware. And as I did say, I think in an earlier video, it's a real bitch. You don't have to go to Pornhub or the dark web or do something a bit dodgy to get infected. You can just go to a wallpaper website. Bang, you're done. Your browser, your Microsoft Edge is infected. But because Edge is an integral part of the operating system, now your fucking operating system's infected as well. So, you know, and the whole thing snowballs. And just imagine how bad it's going to be when you've got targeted advertising by Microsoft in full bloom and you've got a virus as well. Fucking hell, it's going to be your worst nightmare. It's going to be worse than a web browser with 1,000 pop-ups in it. Oh my god. Best of luck dealing with that. PC Linux OS, you don't have to deal with it. It's not even an issue, is it? It's absolutely of no concern to you whatsoever. It really isn't. So there you go, everybody. That's the idea behind the live chat show series. I know it's a bit lame at the minute. It will take me a while to build it up and get it going, but I'm very excited about it. I'm really pleased I made the decision to get away from the YouTube partnered YouTube on onto a 100% free for you guys and girls forever. However, that doesn't detract from my sincere thanks for your support in the past. All I hope and pray now is that we get enough people over the coming weeks, months and years come on to the live show that we can actually help and be of some benefit to in whatever way, no matter how small, because that is still what floats me boat more than anything as a YouTuber. Hey up, Viper. You're still on the PEP thanks to your excellent PEP series, but sadly, maybe it's time to move on. Yeah, absolutely, Vi. Well, as I say, please, look, please think about what I've said about the hardware that I'm using and the experience that I've had. And bearing in mind I'm not using PC Linux OS as a tinker as I want to do this, I want to play with that. I'm using it for a very targeted specific use case. So please bear all these things in mind. If you want to try PC Linux OS, please wait until Ali's done the custom ISO build and we get that up on the YouTube. Then knock yourselves out, put it through its paces. Any of you have issues, come back and we'll try and sort your issues as best as we possibly can. Peppermint was a very, very good friend and a wonderful servant. Unfortunately, I think it's time to move on. And I've certainly been fortunate enough to find this little gem. And it really is a gem. It's an absolute little diamond. Because, as I say, I don't care about Linux. It's the actual base PC experience that this is delivering day in, day out. Hey up, Pops, how you diddly doing? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're safe and well. You're on Zero Linux KDE. I've never heard of it, Heather. So, is that an Arch-based Linux? I've never ever heard of Zero Linux. And it's spelt Z-E-R-O, is it? Let's have a look. Never heard of it, Heath. Zero Linux. There it is. Oh, it's X-E-R-O. It's that zero. So it's an Arch-based distro built using in-house scripts created by your friendly, genderless human, Kiadisa. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Heather. I've got to be honest, that would scare the absolute pants out of me. It really would. But if you're enjoying it, and more importantly, Heather, if it works for you and allows you to do what you want to do, girl, then fill your boots and stay doing what you enjoy doing. Don't listen to me or anybody else. If you're happy with it, stick with it. It's as simple as that. It's an OS. Best it stays out of the way so you can get on with it. Yeah, absolutely, Vince. But this is the angle that I'm coming from. I'm not coming from the angle of a Linux enthusiast, because that's not the point of it. The point of it is people who are looking for a way out from Windows. Well, I genuinely believe with this simplicity and budget friendliness on the hardware front, and the fact there's only 2 commands you need to run once a week. Now, let's be honest, even Forrest Gump could run these 2 commands once a week. You're done. It's fantastic. Could be, potentially. Maybe not. You just never know. But for me, there's just too many key features and benefits of this PCLinuxOS as a Windows replacement, where that's a possibility. Yeah, absolutely, Craig. You've just nailed it. I can't believe this is Linux, because nobody gives a shit that it's Linux. Nobody's interested that it's Peppermint or Ubuntu or Arch. Nobody cares. Who the fuck in the Windows world who's running Windows cares about any Linux? Nobody. Never even heard of it. But they do bloody well care about their current level of Windows shittiness and their experience. Now, that is a different kettle of fish. Oh, right, okay, sounds awesome, Heather. Well, you enjoy it, my love. Just posted Ubuntu setup on Discord, the gallery. Thank you, Cody. I'll have a look at that. Oh, pleasure, Viper. Welcome, dude. I got away from Storm OS. Good for you, Heather. Well, I've got away from many different operating systems. But as I say, for me personally, this really has been a revelation, because I don't care that it's Linux. The fact that it's PC Linux, I don't care. I'm not interested. I've got my OS, I've got my apps. Now bloody well work. And all PCLinuxOS says is, that's fine, I'll work, leave me the fuck alone. Don't start pissing about with me and busting, so just leave me. And that's exactly what I've done. And in return, it's been flawless. You can't get better than that, can you? Really? Awesome, Dob. Well, let us know how you go on. But bearing in mind, Dobry, you are not running the version of PCLinuxOS I am. If you've been and got it from the PCLinuxOS website, that's not what I'm running. Bear that in mind. You'll get a fully loaded PCLinuxOS. I've got a stripped, gutted, and absolute thrashed version with only 2 apps installed and Flatpaks. That's it. When I upload the ISO link onto YouTube and do a video on this, it will be a base version with nothing installed other than FlatHubs. So you'll then be able to pull your apps. Now, the thing is, this has Synaptic installed. And you're probably all familiar with Synaptic Package Manager. So you could bring genuine software down out of the various different repos that Synaptic deals with. But for me, that's defeating the whole point of this operating system. For me, the whole point of the OS is to have all your apps containerized so nothing can interfere with anything else. So everything never slows down and just works day in, day out. However, this option is on here. If you want to go and download something and have a play with it, fine. But you do that at the risk of making your system unstable. The more packages and apps you bring down, the more slow your system's going to run and the more chance you're going to get package conflicts and systems fucking up. Just saying, in English. So my advice is don't do it. However, it's your PC, your hardware, your experience. You do what you like. But please don't judge the, oh, well, I brought 36 apps down and 400 packages, fucking thing ran like a dog. Well, don't chew my arse out of it. If you follow my use case, use FlatHub applications, leave the OS alone, just run your updates, update your FlatHubs, you're done. Simple as that, you're done. You'll be good to go as the day is long. If you deviate from that, well, that's your choice, but then please don't compare it to what I've got here, because this really is absolutely amazing. It really is. Yep, Ali, in fact, Heather, it was Ali who created this custom ISO specifically tailored to what I asked him to do. Maybe this is a plot by Microsoft. They screw up Windows slowly, and out comes Microsoft is going open source. Microsoft. I did Microsoft Linux, Craig, years ago, just as a piss take. But the amount of people that watched that video and thought Microsoft Linux was a real thing, it was hilarious. Thanks for coming back, Ings. I do enjoy. Oh, you're very welcome, CFW. I enjoy them immensely, and as you know, I absolutely love helping other people. It's my drug. People are my drug. You lot are my drug. I can't help it. But I'm just happy to be doing it in a completely free and open space now where nobody feels obliged to do anything other than to participate, hang out, enjoy themselves, and hopefully have a chance to help others in the real world make a move away from Windows and onto something that may be a possible solution to them being able to do what they want to do. The fact that they don't care about Linux shouldn't be a barrier to membership of the Linux Club, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Hey up, Lindsay, how you doing? Oh my God, it's a long time since I've seen you, old buddy. Yeah, I'm very, very good, very safe and well. Hope you are. Yeah, I hope everything's good in South Africa. Yeah, we certainly did, Lindsay. Many, many moons ago when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Lovely to see you. Hope you're safe and well. Hope things in South Africa are good. Hope they're a hell of a lot better than what they are in this bloody country, that's for sure. Excuse me. Well, it's been wonderful to get reacquainted with you all. It's been an absolutely delight to spend a bit of time with you all online. And it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you something which I genuinely believe could be a real world option for people who want to get off Windows onto something else that will still allow them to do the shit they want to do. And I genuinely do believe it. And I've got it firmly squared away in my own mind, what the limitations are, what my limitations are with hardware, and the fact that I'm only running older games, and that this system is perfectly capable of running older games. And I'm more than happy to spend many an hour helping as many people as I possibly can shape their path away from Windows, whatever that may be. And that's the idea behind this series. And I know with having you lot behind me, I can't fail. I can't go wrong. Because everybody can't be wrong. Simple as that. But lovely to see you all. This means as much as it did when we were on the paid channel. My sincere, genuine thanks to everybody for your support. And by that, just by being here, that means the world. That's your support. I can't ask for any more. I don't expect anything else whatsoever. Excuse me. I just hope that we all go on a bit of a weekly journey, have some fun, some laughs, hang out, and hopefully help a few other people along the way discover something which I believe is too good to be kept in a tiny, incy, dusty corner of the Linux community. I really do genuinely believe this is the user's OS that could be a solution for an awful lot of people. Not for everyone, absolutely fine. You know, it'd be interesting to try this on a much higher end gaming rig with, you know, a decent NVIDIA RTX, blah, 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 blah. But again, I do want to stress, this is not the normal PCLinuxOS that you can download off the PCLinuxOS website. I do have Ali working on a custom ISO for general release, which comes with nothing other than flat hubs, which you can then make your own. Might be perfect for you. You might hate the shit out of it. Your mileage may vary. But don't forget, this ISO is specifically tailored to what I wanted. So there's no background processes, bloat or anything else. It's specifically targeted by me, for me, with my use case in mind. And it's fantastic. I'm hoping, as I say, the ISO that Ali puts together and then hopefully we can release will give you guys and girls a genuine opportunity to experience just how fast and how good this OS is. However, do feel free to go to the PCLinuxOS website and download a flavour of your choice. Give it a whirl. See if it's for you. At least it'll give you an idea just until the ISO is available that you can download and really test and batter, and hopefully give me your serious, genuine thoughts and beliefs on. Because that's the only way we can all grow. I don't want everybody to agree with me, blah, 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 blah. But I've put a serious amount of man hours into this project. Real world man hours. Not virtual boxing, not looking at wikis. The real world of doing this shit. And I've never ever come across an operating system like it. Seriously, it's that good. If you want something that just stays out the way, by God, this is goddamn amazing. It really is. But that's just my 10 cents worth. Still running old Core 2 Duo with 4GB of DDR2 RAM. Perfect, Lindsay. That's a AAA gaming machine. Right there. Yeah, Esnix's Debian is a really good distro. And I really do like that distro. So if you're happy with it, Lindsay, please stay on it. It's a cracking little distro. Yeah, it is, Bexy, but I'm sure he'll be surfacing. Don't forget he's recovering from COVID at the minute, bless him. So he has been quite poorly, but he is, I think he's broke the back of it now. So I'm sure Ali will be around in the not too distant future. Nevertheless, what that leads me to do is wrap this little live stream up and thank each and every one of you for stopping in, popping in, saying hi and supporting the stream. It's very much appreciated. I can't tell you how excited I am with this little project. I really think it will help over the weeks, months and years make a real difference to people who would love a choice that gets them away from Microsoft Windows. Let's put it like that. So you all take care. Look after yourself. Much love to each and every one of you, and I mean that sincerely. Take care. Enjoy whatever you do. Don't forget I'll be live on the Discord most days if you want to catch me on there. If you have like an addictive need to see me or speak to me, I will be there. You're all very welcome to have some fun. Have a great week. Look after yourselves. There will be plenty of video content come up this week on the YouTube, including a live stream on Farm Simulator for those that are interested. And I'll see you in the next one. Much love, everybody. Have a great evening. Stay bloody safe. Cheers, everybody.